Chargers win this game. Another blowout, 40-7. Top 5 graded players for the Los Angeles Chargers: center Bradley Bozeman with an 80.6 overall grade. Safety Tony Jefferson, a 74.6. Offensive tackle Rashawn Slater, 74.4. Safety Derwin James, 72.1. Guard Sam Mustipher with a 71.4 as well. Quarterback Justin Herbert in this one, a 85.4 overall grade. On New England side of things, Sion Takitaki with a 74.5 to lead all players. Offensive tackle, Jamontre Jacobs, a 71.6. Wide receiver Pop Douglas, a 71.4. Safety Marte Mapu with a 71.0. And then safety Jalen Hawkins, a 70.8. Drake May on this one, a 52.2 overall grade. So I told the story here, Dalton. What do you got?
All right, so last week I went on about how great Justin Herbert was under pressure against Denver. This is one where he was hardly under any pressure at all. The Chargers, 90.9 pass blocking grade. Best, certainly, for their season. Third best by any team in any game so far this season. Herbert pressured on just 8 out of 41 dropbacks. When you're getting down into that area of 20% pressure, you're having an elite day in pass protection. And look, Herbert in a clean pocket. Look at those numbers. 23 of 31, 247, 1 big-time throw, 3 touchdowns, 86.9 passing grade. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in football, top 3 or 4 all year. Went in a clean pocket, and he had plenty to work with in this game. It just felt like New England did not have any shot whatsoever of touching him. I mean, their defense just didn't give Drake May really any chance. And I know their offense struggled. This was just about the Chargers going in there. And in scenarios like this, a lot of times coaches kind of say in these clinching scenarios, leave no doubt. There was certainly no doubt from the Chargers, and they left no doubt in pass protection. The Patriots were not touching Justin Herbert in this game.
Yeah, I think that really is the stat that told the story is the Chargers pass protection. But just to not copy you, I think that overall, to me, the stat that told the story is the Patriots' grades. Highest graded player in this game was, I mentioned, Sione Takitaki with a 74.5. I mean, when your highest graded player is a 74.5, you did not have enough impact on this game, especially when your quarterback's grading at a 52.2. Now, the PFF grades are, the be-all, end-all, but they're generally a good indicator of performances, and there were just no impact players, I think, at all. And the scoreboard reflects that, 40-7 in this game. This was a game that exposed the Patriots for being the worst roster in the NFL. And they are. They're the worst roster in the NFL, I think by a wide margin. And unfortunately, going into my most disappointing, a reason for that is their 2024 NFL draft. We talked about how this is a very pivotal draft for the Patriots. I liked the Patriots draft. I liked the wide receivers they picked. I didn't love the offensive linemen that they picked, but I love the fact that they stayed at 3 and took Drake May. I like the wide receivers that they picked. And I thought, okay, at least I think this draft is going to have them going in the right direction, because it was a handful of drafts there where they were not getting a lot of impact out of players that were very Patriots and Bill Belichick specific, and it was not panning out for them. The 2024 NFL draft for the Patriots: Drake May, stud, love him. Made the right choice by not moving on from number 3. Jalen Polk, unbelievably disappointing. Looks like a shell of what he looked like when he was at Washington. Completely unreliable this year, which is sad, because we're seeing so many other rookies play really well, including a guy they could have had in Lad McConkey. But I'm not going to focus on that too much, because I thought that Jalen Polk should have been good anyways there for the New England Patriots. Caden Wallace, Layden Robinson, I thought both those guys were overdrafted. I think they played okay at times this season. It's rookie years, offensive linemen, so I think a lot of rookie offensive linemen really struggle no matter what. Javon Baker doesn't have a catch this year. So this draft class was so much lower of an ROI as rookies than I thought was going to be possible for the New England Patriots. And again, they've got to nail it this upcoming draft. And they have the number 1 overall pick. And when I say nail it, I mean not just at number 1 overall. If you could trade back to acquire a lot of extra picks, I'd say do it. I would say do it. And we'll have a lot more of those conversations moving forward. But yeah, I think that this draft class overall has just been really disappointing for the Patriots.
Yeah, I think the rough stat from there is it's been one floating around. Have you seen the McConkey Jalen Polk stat?
No, but if you have it in front of me, you can read it off.
Lad McConkey had more yards this week than Polk had the entire season. Jalen Polk has 87 yards and McConkey had 94 in this game.
That's tough.
That's the one that's been floating around there. That
So, and I can't be too hindsight about it because again, I liked McConkey. Don't get me wrong, but I also like Jalen Polk. Like I never would have thought Jalen Polk would have been this bad.
Oh no!
And on this Patriots team, I thought Jalen Polk was going to be a 1,000-yard receiver in his rookie year, 800 to 1,000 yards, something like that.
Yeah,
and
I mean the Pats offensively, they have Drake May, and then we have no idea what else. That's pretty good. There's also running back controversies about who's starting and who's not, and all that stuff. I mean, we know where the Patriots are at. They have a quarterback. And they need to spend every dollar they have and every draft pick they have to support them, or this could go south real quick. I mean, to be honest, though, the Patriots are kind of having the year we expected them to have. We thought maybe there'd be a little more progress, but we kind of knew this is what they were before the season. Most impressive, real quick for me, I'm going to go with a guy actually outside of that top 5 for the Chargers. The 5th overall pick there, Joe Alt, he just plays well every single week. 78.9 pass blocking grade. In this game, 1 pressure allowed. He's allowed 1 pressure or fewer in 11 of the 15 games he's played in this season. He's just Mr. Consistent. He's already a top 20. He's a top 20 tackle right now. He's probably the 6th or 7th best right tackle in the league right now. And I think, for the statement that Jim Harbaugh wanted to make about how he wanted to build this team, he took obviously Joe Alt when there was a time where he could have taken Malik Neighbors, but he went with the trench play. And it's worked for him, and Joe Alt is just a spectacular football player. I thought Alt, of all the flash and the quarterbacks and all that stuff, I thought Alt was the safest pick in the draft, and this is why. He was just ready to go from day one, and he's been spectacular, especially in pass protection all year. And then a guy he was protecting Justin Herbert from, Keon White, the most disappointing for me in this game. Obviously, I could pick just about anybody for the Patriots, but White's gone a little cold lately. This game, 2 pressures and 22 opportunities and 53.2 overall grade in his last 4 games. I think he is a building block for the Patriots, but he's kind of lost some steam as the season, I should say, has gone on, and he got off to a really good start. But yeah, I think on that side of the matchup, taking Joe Alt in this year's draft, and Ladd McConkey for that matter in the 2nd round, it's really put the Chargers on a good course to have a nice supplemental offseason to a core that has gotten them to the playoffs, I think, sooner than we thought they would.
Yeah, my most impressive is Ladd McConkey. 10 targets, 8 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns in this game. But even beyond that, just what a year he has had. Most receptions and most receiving yards for a rookie wide receiver in Chargers franchise history. So just an excellent pick. Somebody who was just damn good in college. And, oh, look at that. He's good in the NFL. And that's pretty crazy to think that would be the case. And it is with Ladd McConkey. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. And if you don't have a PFF Plus subscription, you can get one to see all the premium stats that we talked about here on the show, plus the expert betting and fantasy advice over at subscribe.pff.com. The description is also right below, so if you are not a PFF Plus subscriber, you can become one today.